energy, power.
Are you ready?
Energy.
Yeah. You ready?
The arsonist had odd-shaped feet.
I don't know what you're talking about, but welcome to another edition of BeerAmerica.tv. I'm Paul Leon with
John Pinkerton.
John Pinkerton, and our good friends at Shmaltz have sent us another beer. They're really good about sending us beers.
They are. They're very thorough.
Jesse Cutler is really great, and I think Darren Quinlan,
my man Darren in Atlanta,
sent us this one, which is now the Rejewvenator. Right, it goes with the whole Hebrew thing, so it's okay to say the Rejewvenator.
Right.
And Rejewvenator is. I'm glad he sent this one to me, and the reason why we have the wine glasses, we've had this discussion before. This one, first off, this is the third in a series, and each year they've been brewing these, the Rejewvenator, and in 2008 had figs, 2009 had dates, and this one is grapes.
So this isn't the series where they have like a bajillion malts in there?
No, that's the Jubilation.
Jubilation, right?
Jubilation.
Right.
Jubilation 12, Jubilation 13.
Yeah,
Jubilation 12. I think they're probably at 14 this year, which we didn't get sent, but I love those. Yeah, which is like 14 hops, 14 malts. I mean, each year they just keep amping it up.
This one goes to 11.
This one goes. So this one is Hebrew, the chosen beer, Rejewvenator, Harvest to Harvest Ale.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is, and it's funny. Right on you go on the website, it says doppelbock, Schmaltz. This ain't your Bubby's Manischewitz. So I got this. This beer was sent to us, and I kind of like. You know, we've done beers in the past, red and white. Mm-hmm. You know, the wine beer crossover thing, and we've sort of talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, and we haven't really tasted too many of them.
No, talk a little bit about it though. Is it something that you see happening more, putting grapes in beer of some sort? Or no?
I'm a little bit stumped because I don't know a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything like that.
You haven't
really.
At Moon River.
And I've only tasted a handful of them, so I'm.
Any of you guys back here?
I'm new to this game as well, but I'm excited. I love getting into.
Come on, bring it in. Hop in here.
The crazy flavors that come out of these either collaborations or the merging of styles or what have you.
All right. Well, while we do this, we have a few friends here. Scooter and Mario are here. There you go. You know, and just sitting here watching.
Wow, that's really interesting.
It says over 600 gallons of all natural Concord grape juice.
What, give me some context. 600 gallons in what?
I guess in the brew when they brew it.
What's the batch size?
I don't know. They don't get too much into that.
What's interesting, I mean, just out of the gate, like the nose has this sort of candy-like character,
nice.
And it's not the sort of you know, the wacky wafer version of grape. It's really, it almost manifests itself as a malty note.
Yeah, and you know what?
Enough.
And I got to tell you, I could smell the grape, not nearly as much as I thought. I thought for sure this would be grapey goodness. Now, I taste, you know,
Grape.
we just dated ourselves, but
yeah.
I don't know what that is. You know, but that's okay. I'm sure most of the people. Yeah, exactly. After I didn't get a lot of grape at the beginning, but after after I swallowed it, I kind of got it as an aftertaste.
Well, I guess one of the interesting things here is that they're using Concord grapes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not quite as much of a vinous, you know, like a winey kind of grape. Concord is that kind of classic jelly grape, I guess, or that it's like what you taste when you buy grape juice, right?
Yeah, right.
So, but there's a neat combination of the malt character and that sort of classic grape flavor.
Yeah. This falls in line to me with some of the other beers that they do that are. There's a lot going on in this.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, it's not just simply like it's a beer that's got a little bit of grape flavor. It's much more complex to me than that, and that's not a bad thing. I just think it definitely seems like there's a lot of malt, a lot of hops. There's a lot of this mixture of everything going on.
Well, let's think about this. We've got they're calling it a hybrid doppelbock.
Half doppelbock, half Belgian style double.
Yeah, so we've got the malt of a doppelbock for sure.
Mm-hmm. And a doppelbock is?
Well, a doppelbock is a strong German-style lager that is very, very malty. They tend to really lean on that Munich malt character, that high toasty malt character. They tend to be fairly malty sweet. Part of the idea, Jerry Bailey, back in the day with Old Dominion Brewing Company, I think described it best when he would describe it as you should be able to kind of smack your lips, which is a really annoying sound, but smack your lips, and they should just, the sugar there should make them kind of sticky. You know, that's like a characteristic.
You're getting a little bit of that, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely here. But that's a classic kind of doppelbock thing.
Yeah.
Now a doppelbock is a lager, and I don't think that's part of the package they were trying to sell us here, because I think the yeast fermentation must have been done with either Belgian yeast or something sort of in between. I think with all that, the fruit juice character added in there on top of all that, I'm not sure what I'm tasting in terms of the yeast signature.
Right.
But
it says lager yeast,
very
Trappist ale yeast, Abbey ale yeast.
Oh, okay.
Tell us what yeast it is.
So it does have a lager yeast.
Yes,
in
it
there.
does. Yep, lager yeast, Trappist ale yeast, and an Abbey ale yeast.
That's fascinating. I wonder if they did incremental fermentations, like with this, like an initial fermentation with this yeast, another secondary fermentation, a tertiary fermentation, or whether they just kind of like did a blend and woof.
I don't know. I didn't know that there were several kind of yeasts being used in a beer. It seems like they kind of fight it out.
Well, if you put them all together, they do have a tendency to, there is a sort of Darwinian effect. And there's even a phenomenon known as killer yeast, where a yeast can effectively just completely take over. But that's a slight digression there. But yeah, I don't know what would happen if you put them all together. I guess I'm going to lean towards the idea that they probably did primary, secondary, and tertiary fermentations, especially if they were kind of adding different types of sugar along the way in the form of either malt or grape juice or what have you. But I think the end result here is that you have a very wacky beer that is pretty darn tasty.
Yeah, it is. I think most of the beers that we get from them are pretty darn tasty. Definitely a big grown-up beer.
That nose is far out. Wow. Cool.
I'm enjoying it. So there you go. It's the seasonal release of Rejewvenator 2010. This year, it's the Year of the Grape. So if you get a chance to see that in the store, now is the time to get it. I have no idea what they have in store for 2011.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be really good. And I just want to point out the shirt that I'm wearing was sent to us by Michael from Beer Geekery, and you can find his t-shirts at craftbeerclothing.com. He sent us some shirts. We did the local Beer Geek ones. Same guy, so he sent me this. So
product placement.
So go ahead and check him out. So he's as he says, as he sent a letter to me, he's got to send his kid to college, so he's doing t-shirts.
My t-shirt was purchased in a drunken state at the
East Atlanta Village,
the Midway Pub in East Atlanta.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm not entirely proud to say.
Okay. Well, you just did. So there you go. Paul at BeerAmerica.tv.
Pink at BeerAmerica.tv.
Thank you very much, Darren and Jesse and all of our friends who keep sending
guys.
us beers. We appreciate it. Oh, that's nice sound.
Ooh, let's do that again.
Right. Yeah, we usually do that but that actually worked.